Acha, okay, done. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I've started recording now. Let's start. So right now, this is what Maya software. Okay, you can see the interface. Okay. Now under this one, you will be having on the top. So this complete list is called menu bar. Okay, and second, this is what standard bar. Standard bar consists of some options like how to select an object by category. Okay, this is what snapping options, and this is what rendering options we are having. Okay, and sign in option is available here, but unless and until you have a license version or else student version, if you are using, you can sign in. Otherwise, don't sign in with this software if you are using a crack version. Okay, and some of the icons which are displayed on the right side, that is meant for enabling the right side panels over here right now. Some panels are there which we'll be using frequently, that we can activate, we can open and we can close it by using this one. I'll show you how to do that. Now coming back to this block, this complete block is called shelf. Okay, now under shelf we'll be having tabs, multiple tabs are there in the shelf, and for each and every tab you will be having some geometrical shapes. Okay, now after this one, on the left side you will be having a tools, few tools are there. Okay, and below this one you will be having a layout in the sense, so viewport option you will be having single viewport, multiple viewports, you can say. Okay, so you can go with the single viewport, you can go with the multiple viewports also. Okay, and coming back into the bottom now, bottom section, this is completely for animation section, where our means whenever we are creating any animation, this timeline is used over here. Now this complete block is called timeline. Okay, now under this timeline, this is what frames. Okay, and this is what starting frame, ending frame of your animation. This is of range of slider as a range of frames which is visible on the screen, that is from 1 to 120. Right now we can see 1 to 120, it is shown over here now. Okay, if you want, you can increase and you can decrease based on your requirement. Okay, and right side you'll be having playing option in this one. You can play forward, you can play reverse also, and you'll be having starting frame, ending frame, previous frame, and next frame, and previous keyframe and next keyframe. So, okay, in the bottom you'll be having settings for the animation that you can set, and you can decide how you want your output to be taken in this one. And finally, in the bottom section, that is MEL, it is showing MEL in the sense Maya embedded language. Okay, nothing but some command language will be providing to move our as object, or so what's it, scaling our object, rotation of our object can be given by coding. But right now we are not means concerned about this one. Why? Because most of the people, when they complete their Maya with 4 to 5 years of experience, they will go with this option. Otherwise, they will go with the Python instead of this one now. Okay, means if you want to learn advanced more, if you want to have more grip for the Maya, you can learn Python or Maya's what is it, language here, embedded language. Okay, now on the right side you will be having certain panels, like this is what channel and layer editor, modeling toolkit, and attribute editor on this one. Okay, so these are the three panels available inside this one, and one more option is there, that is scanning part in this one. Okay, scanning in the sense bones. Not scanning, bones we can say. We can create the bones and we can attach to the surfaces by using this panel here. Okay, so one by one panels will be used here. Now first panel, which is right side, that will show you layer, channel and layer editor, first one. Second icon represent your tool settings. These are the tools. If you have gone something wrong with the tool, you can reset the tool by using this one. What we need to do, either click the second icon or else double click on the tool to activate these options here. Okay, resetting of options we can say. Now coming back to the third icon, that is mostly we are going to use this option very frequently, that is attribute editor. Whenever you are applying light, you are applying material, or if you are applying any animation or anything, or even dynamics also, most of the time we'll spend on this attribute editor only. Okay, next option is bones toolkit, and last option is modeling toolkit here. Same options multiple times are repeated, that's the reason there is a huge collection of icons will be seen in this one. Now one option is repeated at least 3 to 4 times. How many? 3 to 4 times it is repeated. So that's the reason you can see the collection of icons and collection of options are very much heavy in this one. Okay, now same options are available here, same options are available inside this window also. Creating, modifying, editing, mesh tools, all these options are available inside these sections also. Okay, now how to use this viewport here now. Okay, now example, if I want to rotate the viewport. Okay, before rotating, now you can see the gizmo here. Okay, so gizmo represent colors here, that is green color, blue color and red color. Red color represent X direction, blue color represent Z direction and green color represent Y direction. Okay, and slightly some difference is there in the 3ds Max and Maya. Okay, so here X direction is red and blue is your Z direction and Y is your green. Okay, now example, if I want to go to the other viewports, okay, now I can go with the other viewports by using this one now, here, using this icon. Now I don't want 4 viewport, I want 2 viewports, I can go with this option. Okay, another icon is there, that is for the outliner in the sense scene explorer. Scene explorer in the sense, have you seen Photoshop? In Photoshop, how the layer panel will be useful? Here this scene explorer will be useful for us, you like this only. Why? Because each and everything whatever you created, if it will be shown on this list. Okay, so you can keep it open, otherwise you can hide it. Whenever it is required, you can on and you can off by using this icon. Okay, right. So we can say outliner or we can say scene explorer, both are same. Okay, now coming back to this single viewport and 4 viewports, now you can use your keyboard option to activate this one. So what is it? Hold and release immediately without giving any time using your space bar. Now I am pressing and releasing the space bar to go to 1 viewport to 4 viewports. What I am using? Yeah, I'm repeating. I am using a space bar. I am just pressing and releasing it. I am not holding it. Just strike your space bar, that is enough. Okay, now if I want to go to the 4 viewports again, I can go back to the 4 viewport. But if I want to activate this viewport as in full screen, this one, top view. Now just press and release your space bar, you are in top view now, full screen mode. Now again space bar for 4, I am going to the front one now. Again come back, again X, that is your side view, we can say. Okay, so we can easily navigate from one viewport to another viewport by using a space bar. Okay, never click and hold it. Why? Because right now you are in a beginning mode. What happens, certain things will create a complication when you hold your space bar and release it immediately. When you are holding a space bar, this menu will appear. These menus are nothing but same. What we see on the top, it is same over here only. Whatever you are seeing over here and over here, everything is available in one. That we call it as marking menu. What is it? What it is called? Marking menu. Okay, right now, why? Because slightly in the initial level, slightly little complicated to use this one. After using 1 to 2 months of time, then you can use this also. Why? Because you know each and everything, where how to go to the panels, how to go to the viewports and all. You can easily navigate from here also. But initial level, I don't recommend this one. Why? Because you will get confused more. Okay, so whenever you are pressing this one by mistake, if you are pressing this one, just go to this Maya and release your mouse over there. Okay, now if you go to other viewports, like if I am going to the panel on this one, so it will activate the panel option over here now. Once you click, you will get the list of panels here now. Now you can go to the perspective, you can go to the other viewports here now. Okay, so example, by mistake I have released it front viewport. Now what happened, now it has also become front view instead of perspective. Again we need to activate, either we can activate by using the marking menu or else panel, perspective and perspective here. Okay, so like this we can reactivate again back our own viewport, we can say. So first of all, spacebar for activating the four views and single view. Any particular single view, if you want it, just you need to place your cursor over there and use your spacebar for activating that in full screen. Clear this point? First point. Second one, now these three viewports, top viewport, front viewport, side viewport. Okay, these three viewports are only 2D viewports. We cannot see our object in 3D view over here now in these three. Only 2D can be seen. Okay. Now, right now, whatever it is representing, y direction it is representing means it will not show you y properties here, but it can show you x and z properties over here. Means it can show you width and depth. It cannot show you the height here in this one. Similarly, in this front viewport, I can see the height, I can see the width, but I cannot see the depth in this one. Similarly, side view I can give you height and depth, but I cannot see the width in this one. So each and every viewport will have two directions. We can see from two directions in this one. Now coming back to the perspective viewport will give you all 360-degree angle from here. Means you can see object from any angle. What to do? Let's press spacebar and release to activate this full screen. Now if I want to rotate, if I want to see my model, like example, I am creating this torus on this one. Okay, let me increase the size, little move up here. Now I want to rotate, I want to see the bottom area of this one. Now what to do? Hold your alt button, and with the left mouse button you can move up and down to see the object from the bottom, from the top. Okay, and again left and right side. So move left side to see see the right side of this option, and move right side to see the left side option. This one. Okay, so you can rotate in any angle you like it. So this is what viewport rotation by using alt and left mouse button. Okay, clear this point? Right. Second option is what? Again, press and hold your alt button and press the middle mouse button to pan. First one is your orbit, and this is what? Pan, P-A-N. What is it? Left, I can slide to the left side, right side, up and down my viewport. I'm sliding it now. Okay, or else moving up and down, left and right side, we can say. First one is your orbit, second one is pan, P-A-N. Third one is there, again alt button, press and hold your alt button and use your mouse right button, press and drag up to zoom out and drag down to zoom in. Okay, zoom in and zoom out. Moving up it will zoom out, and moving down it will zoom in. Nothing but this one we call it as dolly, D-O-L-L-Y. Okay, now here scroll wheel is there. Your scroll wheel is there in the mouse. That up scroll will give you zoom in, down scroll will zoom out. What is the difference in these two now? Dolly and zoom in. Okay, zoom in only lens it is going to means zoom means the object can be seen very near to the camera by using the lenses. Dolly is nothing but physically the camera is going near to the object, we can say. Okay, when we are using alt and means drag down, means what happened now? The physically the camera is going towards the object, we can say. Now when I'm moving up here now, means the camera is coming from the object so to the distance, we can say. Now this example once for this scene, what is a dolly shot? I'll show you one example. Generally in the movies, in the TV serials, everywhere it is useful. This is what dolly shot, where these people place the camera on the trolley and then move. Either it may be a trolley, it may be a crane or somewhere. Now this is nothing but the camera physically goes near to the object, far away from the object, we can say. Okay, so this is what dolly shot. Is it okay? Now here this is the example. Camera is physically moving. No, we can zoom it also. If you want, you can zoom in also, but right now physically the camera is going near to the object, far away from the object. Okay, and it will look like same only, there is no difference, but small term is different, like physically the camera is going close to the object and far away from the object. And if I am using a zoom in scroll wheel up and down, that is lens is going near to the object and coming back. Means physically the camera is standing in the same place without going near to the object, you can say. Is it okay? Yeah. So this is regarding your zoom in and dolly options. Dolly options, alt and right mouse button, only scroll wheel up, zoom in, scroll down, zoom out. This point is clear. Alt left mouse button is orbit, alt middle mouse button is pan, alt right mouse button, that is your dolly, and only scroll wheel zoom in and zoom out. Okay. Now this now example, whenever you are selecting the object, okay, if you right click on this one, now right click, I'm saying I'm not holding any key from the keyboard, simple right click on this one. Under right click we'll be having some options over here now. In this one, which we use very frequently, first of all, object, edge, vertex and faces. Right now I'm not explaining this one, what is vertex, what is object and what is faces. In the coming up class we'll see that what is the object and what is vertex and what is edges. Right now, when you are using a right click of the mouse on the object or any viewport also, you'll be seeing these options: object, edge, vertex and faces. Now another option is there, vertex and faces both together. Okay, multi options and UV's option is there. Whenever you go inside the UV, you will be having UV and UV shell. Okay, one by one this will be separately explained one by one, but right now just options are there which we'll be using in near future, we can say. Okay, so what is this option? Right click of the mouse, you'll be having these options. Okay, no, I'm holding it. Yeah, so if I hold it, I'll get these options. Now similarly, if I hold shift and right click, I'll get different menu again. Okay, normal holding, you will get different menu, and if you are holding shift button, if I go to this option, you will get a different menu over here now. Okay, I'm releasing it. If I use control button again, I'm getting a different options again in this. Control, shift and alt button. Okay, all these three options are used, but right now for activating this menu, we need to hold either shift, either control, or without these keys. If you want to get a normal option without means holding the shift and alt, yeah, control, you have to hold normal options with the mouse right button. If you are holding shift, the menu will change. Okay, if I hold shift and right click and hold it, and then you will get a different menu again. Okay, so just these are the options which we use in near future. So just I'm showing you how to use this one. Today only the interface you need to practice. Just check the interface, what are the options available, just check this one and rotate and see. Okay, how to rotate left, right, up and down by using alt and left mouse button. Oh. Hello. Hello. Yeah, sorry. One more small point to tell you. This is not a permanent link which you will be getting. Tomorrow I'll share the link which is permanent link to you. Only one link. Yeah, you'll be having all classes on that link only. Okay, I'll be creating a separate link for your class. Okay, and that will be from your starting to ending of course. Okay, which as I'll be teaching, that will be on that link only. And one more thing, that after 40 minutes this meeting will end. Again you need to rejoin again. Okay, within 1 minute you can rejoin again. Okay, right, let's continue. Yes, please. approximately 1 hour. Yes. Right now we'll finish in 5 to 10 minutes maximum. Right now this is what introduction class. I don't want to go more extreme because this is your first class. I want you to see the interface and all. First of all, understand the interface. Then it will be easy for you to know the other options when I'm showing you the practical options, how to create a model, how to create a geometrical shapes and all. One by one, like this only your classes will be slowly I'll explain, and what are the topics are there. That recording you will be getting, you will get the recording also, okay, immediately after the class. Okay, yeah, right. So let's start this one. Right now I have shown you how to navigate with the viewport, okay, and how to use the so what is it, hotkeys which are available. That is right click when you are using right click with the normal right click, and shift and control button, those are your hotkeys, okay. And marking menu also I have shown you, okay, how to navigate from one viewport to another viewport, that also I have shown you. Now let's come back to this small tools here now, okay. Just I'll explain what are the tools. Later we'll be using these tools very frequently, okay. First option, that is selection tool. Selection tool keyboard option is Q. On the keyboard you can see QWER. On the keyboard you can see, on the top left side of the keyboard you will be having QWER. Q is for selection, okay. W is for move tool. E is for rotation. E letter is for rotation, and R is for scaling. QWER, okay. Again I'm repeating, Q is for selection, W is for move, E is for rotation, and R is for scaling, okay. And another two options are there. This is what, first of all I'll start with this first one only. Let me make a copy of this one. Control D to make a duplicate copy. I'm making 3 copies over here now. Now if I want to select this single object, I can just click to select this object. If I want multiple objects to be selected, I can hold shift, I can click the multiple objects like this. Last selection will show you, last object selected will show you in green, all other option will be shown in white color. Slightly some color variation will be there in this one, okay. And if you don't want any object to be or else if I want any object to be removed from the selection, control and click on that one. Shift to select for removing the selection, control button. Hello? Yeah. Yes, Hatim, this is your first class. If you have any doubts also, next class is you'll be clearing one. So one more time I'll explain this all little faster, we can say. Okay, any doubts are there, you can clarify that one. And second, whenever you are so your class is completed, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can ask me in the ending of the class, or else next class, before starting the next class also you can ask me the doubts. Like while practically if you're working on so after the class you're working, that you got some doubt that I am not available at that time, you can put me a WhatsApp message so that I can reply you. If any complicated option is there, I'll connect that time also, if I'm free with the class, okay. Means you'll be having a support not only in the classroom, other than classroom also you'll be having a support for that, okay. Yeah. So first of all, shift to select the multiple objects. For deselecting any object, control and click one. This is what. Otherwise you can use your marquee selection to select multiple objects like this also. This is what marquee selection, marquee, okay. Like this we can select multiple objects, but whatever comes under this range, it will select all objects, okay. So now second option is there. Second option is what? Paint selection tool. Paint selection in the sense, now if you are selecting certain elements of this one, now that we go with the paint selection tool, we can select this multiple pieces by painting on this one. Okay, what are this yellow, point, what are this purple points, I'll explain in the coming up class. But right now this tool is there for making a selection of a certain elements, we can say, okay. Now right click, whenever you are doing this one, just right click on this one and go to the object mode once you're finished, okay. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. object mode. Now second option is there, that is your lasso tool. Lasso tool is meant for selecting the similar objects in lasso drawing, we can say like this. Now wherever you are overlapping this one, those will means whichever coming under this selection, that will get selected. See here now, sorry, how many, only one object got selected. Now what about this one, first object, now second object again, both objects got selected. Now like this you can select your small pieces of object. If you are having anything, you can make selection like this now. Okay, just you need to touch the object, that is enough, just touch, this is enough for selecting. This is what lasso selection, what it is, lasso selection. And this is what normal selection or marquee selection with the same option, first option marquee and normal selection also. Just click on the object to select it. Lasso, you can draw the selection and you can make selection of an object, we can say. And last option, if you want to select any particular element of this object, that we use paint selection tool. Okay, now like this you can select the complete area also over here. Okay, this I'll explain what is this option, okay, how to use this one, later we'll see this one. Okay, clear this point? Only three options have, three option I have disclosed. Okay, now I'll stop the class here only. Why? Because you need to see the interface. Why? Because you are installing the software now today, and tomorrow again we'll have the class at same time. If any delay is there, Sanjukta will means inform you, and myself also, I'll also inform you. Okay, yeah, I'll share the recording, this recording, today's recording with you, and every day you'll be having recording. Once the class is finished, within 5 minutes you will get the recording also. Okay, right, Sanjukta? Yes, please.